Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Joy, intuitive healer, and today I'm just going to be pulling through some messages from Spirit, messages that need to come through. And I'm just lighting some sage and mugwort to clear out any lower vibrations, to bring in higher vibrations, to bring in peace and love and unity consciousness, so that I can bring in the messages from the higher realms, the higher vibrations. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. What do my listeners need to hear today? Let's see. What do my listeners need to hear today? What do my listeners need to hear today, Spirit? Oh, that's too many. We got sharing, which is the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, just boom. And then the King of Pentacles, which is abundance. Wow, guys. Some powerful energy going on out there. We got fire energy, earth energy. So we got the Nine of Cups. Nope. Let's get some more energy, Spirit. What do my listeners need to hear? That's too many. What do my listeners need to hear today? I hope you guys are doing awesome. It's been, I don't know who needs to hear this, but the last 2 weeks for me have been pretty awful, I'm gonna be honest. Well, the first week I went to Joshua Tree National Park and I picked up some upgrades and I came home and I was sick the entire day the next day. So I was down like that entire week. I just didn't do much. And then the following week, I had like a head cold and then some other personal issues going on in my life. Like it just felt like tower moment after tower moment for me. So I feel like some of us out here in the collective are really going through it. And it appears that we're passing we're passing through that energy now. All right, we're getting through this. It looks like, you guys. Thank God, because personally, I was sick. I was so sick. I was so sick I couldn't take my kids to school. Like I was so sick I couldn't drive them to school. So that's how sick I was, and so I'm sorry if you guys are going through the same thing. I apologize. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. Spirit's really trying to tell us to, you know, I think this is the Knight of Wands. We got the Knight of Wands in the house too. The Knight of Wands is, and I mean the card is intensity, so that's what the gist of the Knight of Wands is intensity. Very intense energy coming through. New vision. Let's stop there for a second. All this fiery energy came out. Like, I feel like Spirit's saying, like, I'm lighting a fire under your ass. Like, it's time to get moving. I feel like some of us need to be going out and, like, sowing our seeds. Does that make sense? We need to tap into our creative energy and using our intuition and just dive into it. We're being called to speak. We're being called to get out of your comfort zone. I feel like you need to get out of your comfort zone if you're listening. And I can take that as advice from myself too. Um, but I'm really getting this feeling of calm, like it's going to be okay. No matter how intense you feel inside, the outcome is going to be very gentle, very kind, but very abundant. I mean, the King of Pentacles is sitting on his throne. He doesn't worry about anything. He's not worried about life. He's not worried about bills. I feel like we're moving into an energy where we're going to be able to just pay for whatever it is we need to. I feel like that energy is coming, you guys. The past 2 weeks for me, I feel like the caterpillar, like trying to literally, I'm breaking out of the cocoon. Like I'm literally like the little chick trying to come out of the egg. You know, I'm like pushing through, and that's the energy that's coming through. Like we're literally breaking out of the chrysalis, and it's getting to the point where the butterfly is climbing out and getting ready to dry the wings out. I feel like if you stumbled upon this reading, then you've been going through it. Maybe you've had trouble picking yourself up off the floor. Maybe you have been expecting other people to come into your life and help you pick up yourself. But if you're like me, nobody came. Nobody came. I'm the one that had to pick myself up. I'm the one that has to motivate myself. Nobody's going to do it for me. So I feel like if you're here and you're listening to this message, it's up to you. You were given the vision for yourself. You have your intuition for a reason. Spirit's saying you really need to listen to that intuition. It's not necessarily the loudest voice that you have in your head or your heart. Most of the time, it's the quietest. Most of the time, spirit and intuition are pretty quiet until you've been practicing. Once you've been practicing listening to spirit, it gets louder over time. Especially if you've been ignoring your calling. Yeah, change. We're being called to change, you guys. We're literally changing everything. And I feel like if you've stumbled upon this message, then you're not alone in feeling like you're losing, or you feel like you're losing everything. Okay, it feels like you're losing everything, but you're not. Spirit's saying you're not losing everything. It's just a temporary phase of development. It's a feeling that you get right when you jump off of the high dive, for me. And you feel like you're free falling and you don't know, like you're kind of scared because you feel like you're falling, but you know the water's there. You can see it. You can see the water. Know that spirit's there just like that water. That water is spirit. So when you're jumping off the high dive and you're going towards whatever it is that you're going towards, traveling towards, right? It feels like you're falling. It literally feels like you're losing everything. But once you hit the water, you're like, oh my God, thank God that water was there, right? That's how spirit's going to feel. Like, you're going to feel that. Spirit is saying that is how you're going to feel when you're done with this temporary phase of development that you're going through, right? Trust your intuition. Whatever it is pushing you, it's pushing you. I know I'm being pushed too, you guys. I'm being pushed. I need to keep putting myself out there, and speaking my truth and trusting my consciousness. That is the Eight of Clouds, the Eight of Swords, or I mean the Ace of Swords, excuse me. Consciousness. I feel like we've been going through a consciousness upgrade. That is why we've been here. I feel like that's why we've been, like, not that we've been put on the back burner, but I feel like we have been in a simmering pot on the stove this entire time and raising our consciousness, right? Burning out all of the stuff that we don't need necessarily to go forward with. We don't need to necessarily carry our baggage forward. Spirit is saying we're getting rid of a lot of emotional trauma, bondage, baggage, childhood trauma, limiting beliefs. A lot of limiting beliefs. Believing that you're not good enough. I feel like you have been going through a lot of upgrades lately, whether you've been feeling it or not. Courage. Have the courage to continue, you guys. Don't give up. Spirit is saying, if you feel like giving up, don't. That flower is literally growing in the rocks. I have pictures of flowers growing in between the rocks there in Joshua Tree. Where you don't think life could even be sustained because it's so hot here in the desert, you know? But this life, it just comes out of the rocks. And I feel like you are going to be risen out of that rocks, the stuff that people have put on you. All of the limiting beliefs, the programming, the conditions that's what we're burning off of ourselves right now. That's what Spirit's saying. We're getting rid of a lot of limiting beliefs, conditioning, programming. It's unnecessary to move forward with that in the future. We don't need that stuff. Like for myself, I brought myself up on the street, and there was a lot of information that I really just didn't need to bring into my adulthood. I didn't need to bring it forward into my life. And Spirit is saying that is a lot of that stuff, that chrysalis, that eggshell that we're breaking through. I feel like you and I are that butterfly or that little chick or that little snake or whatever is hatching out of that little egg, and we're trying to push through. Or that little turtle, right? The sea turtles, when they're breaking out of their shell and then they have to run to the ocean, and oh my god, like they have so many predators waiting for them. There's so many predators waiting for those little baby sea turtles coming out. And that's like us, like we're just hauling out to the ocean. Like, oh my god, that's us, you know? But we're gonna make it to that water. I'm being told. Spirit has you. And it may feel like we're just gonna get plucked off the sand, plucked off the beach, whatever, by a seagull, right? Those little... I could just imagine trying to freaking run from your eggshell. All you know is you got to get to that ocean, right? The Spirit has us. Nobody's going to be picking us off the beach. I don't know why it was given to me like that. And it felt like, it really did feel like I was dying emotionally and spiritually. Like Wednesday was a horrible day for me. I felt like I emotionally died or spiritually died on some level. And then I came back, and I'm even better now than I was before. And I feel like all of that excess skin that I shed, that excess emotional baggage that is shed, that trauma bonds, the karma, the limiting beliefs, I feel like all of that was just, it's gone now. I let it go. And I really just told Spirit, here is me. Here's me. And I just pictured myself. This is me. Here, Spirit, take it. I can't do anything with it. And I was crying when I did it. I was bawling. I did a lot of healing. But I feel like maybe that's something that you need to do. Don't be afraid to just cry your ass off if you need to. Or laugh. Because I not only was laughing and crying, I was like hysterical. I was just a mess. And Spirit is saying, don't be afraid to be a mess. Because a caterpillar has to turn to mush before it can be a butterfly. Okay? It's okay to be a mess. You don't have to be perfect. Progress, not perfection, okay? I'm here for you. If you need me, you need someone to talk to, you're suicidal, you feel like you're going to self-harm, please reach out to me or reach out to somebody. Don't suffer in silence. Bullshit, okay? You don't need to suffer in silence. Spirit is saying there's people out here like me that are going through it as well, and I'm doing it ahead of time so that I can help you. I just got 1616 on this live too, which is 77, which is my number. So trust that Spirit has you. I have you. There's people all around you in the spiritual. I don't want to call it the spiritual community because I'm not really part of the spiritual community. I feel like I'm just myself. I'm my own person. I'm a light worker, but I don't really want to be a part of any group or anything like that. I'm just doing my thing here, trying to help people. Okay, so reach out if you need to reach out to suicide hotline, anything around the world. I don't care where you are. Just reach out. I'll do my best to help you. Okay. Yeah, rebirth, you guys. We are being rebirthed. Exactly. I love how she's like just playing the flute, mind her business, while that lion looks like he's attacking her or wants to. I'm sure he would like a snack. Yeah, aloneness. We're spending time alone so that we can heal because we're being rebirthed, you guys. What else, Spirit? I got the 4 Pentacles, the Miser. I feel like maybe that's people around you. You've been dealing with people who don't want to share, do not want to reciprocate your energy. So that's a big red flag. If you're around people who don't want to reciprocate your energy or return the love that you give, that's a giant red flag to maybe possibly remove them from your life, especially if you... It's coming up for me to share. I don't really want to share too much about my private life, but you need to... Don't wait till you don't have any feelings left before you speak up. Okay? That's important. Honor yourself by speaking. Okay? Honor yourself by speaking. I'm gonna switch decks here. Any messages from Spirit for my listeners, please? Messages from Spirit. Messages from Spirit, please. Okay. They're gonna go all over. Messages from Spirit, please. Messages from Spirit, please. For my listeners. Inspiration. Find out what inspires you. What lights your fire? Spirit is telling you that you already know what you are meant to do. And it's been written in the stars. It's been written in the stars for you. My dad, during a mediumship, appointment I had came through and said that I needed to focus on my golden light, which is my spirit, which is your spirit. And that's what I feel like is being lit. Our spirit is being lit up. And that is the direction that we need to go in. We need to trust that fire, that spark. We're being called by our spirit in the direction in which we are meant to go for our best well-being, right? For our highest good. That fire is only going to get more intense. I don't know who needs to hear that, but it's not going to go away. It's best not to fight that. They're saying don't fight it, but move in a gentle way, in a kind way. In a kind and gentle way. Answers, yeah. Your answers are inside of you already. If you're listening to this, you have a very strong sense of intuition, and you've been listening to it your whole life, whether you've been following it or not. But whether you've been following it or not is how you fine-tune listening to your intuition. So if you don't listen to it, you're going to learn how to listen to it. And if you do, you're also going to learn how to fine-tune that calling, that voice, that spark. Prosperity, yeah. That voice, that calling, that burning, that yearning, that longing feeling is calling you to your prosperity. It's calling you to your highest good. Trust that. You need to trust that. Your mind tends to be very loud and noisy, but that voice is not loud, noisy, and obnoxious. It's a gentle, kind, longing, pulling, burning feeling on your soul. Okay? They're coming through in your dreams, okay? If it can't get you during the day, they're going to get you at night, you guys. Spirit is saying, I'm coming in very strongly to show you exactly what we're going to be doing. So we're having a lot of vivid dreams. I know I'm not alone. We've been having a lot of vivid dreams. And there is hidden meaning in these dreams. And not only that, but we're doing a lot of work in the spiritual realm and the astral realms while we're sleeping. So you might be waking up with these vivid dreams, but it's actually you doing actual work. Whether it's past life clearing or visiting family in your dreams or making new connections in your dreams. Yeah. Spirit is not going to stop. Yep. We've been healing. You've been healing. But it's coming to an end. It's coming to an end now, you guys. Now we're coming out of the cocoon. Now we're coming out of the shell. Now we're breaking through. Now, so that we can be butterflies and fly. It's going to be amazing. We're literally coming out of the cocoon. So I'm going to get some final messages from Spirit. Let's get some final messages from Spirit here. On my index cards here. Let's see what comes through. Final messages. Final messages, please. Final messages. Final messages, please. This one wants to come out. Cord cutting. Goal setting. So some of you might need to be doing a cord cutting ceremony. You can do that by reaching out to me or by looking up cord cutting ceremony on YouTube or even TikTok probably. Um, it's basically just where you give yourself some time and space to do a cord cutting and cut away things that no longer serve you, so that you don't have people, vampires, and unnecessary energy drainers on you. Okay, so some of you need to work on a cord cutting. If you have done them, you need it's like kind of maintenance. I would do them every so often. Follow your intuition, um, and do a cord cutting ceremony. Do it often. It's maintenance for you. Okay. Goal setting. So you need to set some goals. And sorry, my meditation stopped. You need to set some goals. Okay. Don't just sit around and idle while we're trying to wait. While we're trying to break out of this chrysalis. Write down some goals that you would like to see in your life. What would you like to do in the future? Be specific. Spirit likes you to be specific when you're manifesting, and protect your energy. Like I said, bubble up, shields up, you guys. And I do put protection about anyone that watches my videos automatically if you like. So that's there. And if you need me, please reach out. I'm here to do readings and sessions, and I'm here for you. If you don't have money, I'll work with you. So please reach out, and I hope you guys have a good day. I hope this resonated with you, and I hope this helps more than anything. I love you. Have a good day, guys.